talking at you. Hello all, it's December 29, 2020. This is my first episode ever, so it's going to have a little bit of weird sounds to it probably. I'm still getting the idea of how to do things, so I'm just going to jump into it and start off with, of course, everybody's conversations, COVID. My biggest one right now is just the vaccine stuff. I've had conversations with family just over the holidays, calling them, saying Merry Christmas, stuff like that, and the first thing they come up with is the vaccine crap. My mom's one of them, says she's not going to get it, never had to get it. Speaking of the flu she's referring to, I've never got the flu shot, I've been fine. Gone back and forth, trying to argue with her, I get it. Corona's a little bit different. You can say you've never been sick, you've never had the flu, but there's a reason. Other people are getting the shot for you. This is a scenario where if nobody gets this shot, this is never going to end. Our life's never going to go back to normal. You can't count everybody to just do it, and everybody's arguing that they're either going to die or it's going to get worse or the shot's not necessary, which is all just bullshit. It's like, get the shot. It doesn't hurt you. It's not going to kill you. It might make you sick, but that's what the shot does. That's what the flu shot does. It makes some people sick. Maybe you don't like that idea. I don't know. I'm probably going to get the shot. I've never had a flu shot. I'm thinking by the time I can get it, it's going to be pretty good. So whatever, do your thing. Try to get the shot for other people if you can. If you're not going to get the shot, stay out of people's way. Don't go out there and do whatever the hell you want. Let them doing it for you, because you can't count on humanity to do anything good for humanity. That's it. Just bitching about the vaccine. You can't just say you're not going to get it because you're counting on people to do it, and it'll never get back to normal that way. And here's another one. You got Trumpers. You got regular Republicans. You got Democrats. You got whatever the hell else there is, the independents and those ones that don't really matter. But Trumpers. I don't understand how you can blindly follow somebody like that. Another conversation that comes up that I bite my tongue on is Trump. We've all been there. We've all talked about it. A lot of us have gotten in fistfights over it. But I like to see both sides of the story, which drives my wife nuts. But I get where he's coming from. The America, if everybody was white privilege, and great. That's an America we all want to live. But we can't live that way. It's unfair to majority of the world. But I get where he's coming from. We do want a better world. We all want the world he lives in, for sure. But we got to do it in a way where it's fair for everybody. So having these protests, they help. I don't know if they really make things better the way they're being done. I get it. People can't just go to Congress and fight for their side because they're not going to get in. It's just the way it is. We're trying to make it better. That's more of a rant because I'm not really giving you any solutions how to make that better. It's just, we can't just say Trump is garbage because look what he sort of did, not knowingly. He changed the world. I mean, everybody now does things that we would never have focused on before. If we just had a regular president and did things by the rules, everything would have been just the same as they were forever. But he's actually awoken the world in a way that no one stood up for. Now we're standing up for it. We're doing our thing. And maybe it'll be better for our children down the road, because my kids are thinking in ways now that I never thought of at their age. I didn't care. I just want to drive my car all day, talk to girls, and work, give a paycheck, and just do stupid shit all the time. These kids are actually out there fighting for causes, doing things that matter. They're going to change our world. So as much as we want to say he didn't help out things, and yeah, he didn't contribute. He didn't actually come up with ideas and do stuff. He just did what he was told, basically. And in his own white privileged way, he did change the world. Because without the riots, without the crime, without all the stuff that's been going on that in turn he sort of antagonized, it would never have changed. It would never have got better. So look at the silver lining, I guess. I have no idea if Biden's going to do any better. I mean, I'm not partial at any party. I just go with whatever makes more sense for the human race. So just let him be, let him move on with his life. We'll be done with him soon. I voted for him. Lesson learned. It was a fun ride in the media, gave us something to talk about. So 2021, not going to be better. I wish I could just say, it's all going to reset. It's not. It's going to get much worse. We won't see a change until, who knows, September. So that's my rant on that. So just get along, make things better, try to live your life, be responsible. All right, and before everybody starts jumping in saying, oh, damn it, here's another Biden banger, I'm not. I get it. I mean, he to me is more presidential. That's kind of, the image is a huge part of it. He's going to play by the book. He's going to do what he's told. Obviously, that's what makes an acceptable president. I don't know what makes a good president, but I think Congress, as screwed up as it is, Senate, all of them, they're there for a reason. They're doing the real work. We just got to trust in our government. Sucks to say that, but unless some of us can step up and do the right thing or become more powerful, we're here just for the ride, and we just got to hope it all works out. So it worries me. You see these clips of Biden touching, sniffing little girls and stuff, and it's like, I don't know what to take with that. I mean, that's horrible. But you never can tell the media what's real, what's not. I mean, you kind of hard to fake that. I mean, he's doing right there, but who knows the scenario? Who knows what was actually happening? And you got Trump, he's friends with sex traffickers, alleged, I guess. Obviously they are, but yeah, you just don't know. I mean, you can't, if we just base everything on what we see, we'll never have a president because they're all corrupt, every single one of them. Everybody's got their agenda. Everybody's got their reason to being in Congress, being in politics. You don't do it solely for changing humanity. And if you do, you got corrupt at some point in the process. So let's just not worry about all their flaws, as long as everybody's lives are moving forward, going to the better. Overall humanity will hopefully adjust itself and become a better place for us all to live. A lot of it's just stuff that's on my mind, stuff that, who knows. You can always email me, or I haven't really figured out how to do contacts on this yet, but I think you can do email me, send me some questions, ask me ideas, and I'll throw them on here, and I'll throw my ideas on it. So I'm open for suggestions and overall discussion of anything. I mean, I'm unbiased, so I'll tell you what I think about your idea, and I'll tell you if it's a great idea or not bad idea, and it really doesn't matter what I think. So I'm just here to tell what's on my mind. I'll discuss what's on your mind, and we'll just hash it out. So on to the next. I'm just going to play with whatever's online here, pick on the social media stuff and online news. So let's see what we got. Nope. Turns out that the news is the same thing it's always been. COVID and more COVID. Everybody have a good Christmas, holiday, Hanukkah, whatever it is. Hope everybody had a good one. Mine was fairly uneventful. We just did the in-house thing. Most of the family's either too far away, or we got Wisconsin and the bad areas where traveling was just too risky with the kids and everybody. So we just stayed home. Had a live tree that was live till we destroyed it. Don't cut the bark at the bottom when you put them in the holder. It will kill it, and most of our tree rained down to bear nothing by the time we were done with it. So that was horrible. It did survive the whole Christmas, though. I mean, as long as you didn't touch it, it was great. I ended up burning in the fire pit afterwards, so that actually helped it. And presents went well. Did Skype with the family. That went fairly well. It was a little weird. Definitely looking forward to next year's Christmas. So New Year's, I guess. That's going to be the same as it always is for us. We just basically stay home, do nothing. We live in a spot where there's not a lot of things that go on anyways, other than hitting a casino or something, and that's really not all that fun. So hopefully 2021 will be a lot better than 2020 was. I don't really foresee how a date's going to change anything, but I hope it's just all a political stunt and it's all erased come summertime. Could you actually imagine, though, if there was a political stunt? If this ever happened again for real, no one would ever take it serious. It could be the end of the world. At least the end of America. Because right now everybody's done. They just don't want to believe it no more. They just want to throw it out the window and just take their chances. So if this ends up being a thing that was just made up to get Trump out of office, that would be horrible. And government would never be trusted again. Okay, see how you get back into the COVID? It just pulls you back in every time. Let's talk about anybody do cryptocurrency? You might have heard of that lately. If not, it's a thing. It's getting bigger. I've dabbled in it, played with it. I'm not thousands and tens of thousands of dollars into it. $100 the most. I did make money on it. I did fairly well as far as a little investment I did. So if I did a lot, it would have been a lot nicer. put $10 in, you can double your money within hours, minutes. And there's no right or wrong to it. It's just completely random as far as I can tell. But yes, if you're at all curious about doing it, it's pretty legitimate, pretty easy to do. I use Coinbase. They're fairly simple. There's a lot of checks you got to do as far as not background checks, but identity checks. I'm not sure why they need so much of those. I'd imagine it's for future use, and I'm not real positive, but the government's already starting to get their hands in on that idea. So I'll just be careful with that. You can do it, but it's going to be the wave of the future as far as money goes. It means something's going to take, it's going to become currency. So it's not a bad idea to get the heads in there and take a look at it, get good at it, because you don't want to be caught off guard when all of a sudden all your money changes and you have no idea how to use it. That's mostly why I was doing it. Here's another one, just another thing out there changing the subject, I guess. Anybody out there live in the snow? I live in lots of snow. You shovel, it snows immediately afterwards. You shovel, it does it again, plow fills you in. We all know how that works. So in the event of trying to give the kids something to do while they're stuck in the house all the time, I've started building things out in the yard. I got a fairly decent sized yard, so I'm making it work, but built a tree house. It's a very large tree house. Got a lot of yard stuff we invent. So it turns out this podcast stuff's kind of hard. You hear people on there, you listen to them, you're thinking, man, they're just talking. How hard can this be to do? But it is, especially when you're solo. I'm one person here. I don't have interviews going on. I don't have someone, help stir the conversation up. So you're talking to yourself to a computer screen thinking, I can make this interesting. And it's really hard. So, the best I can do is just tell you stuff that I do with my day. Maybe that's entertaining. I don't know. Like recently, I tried to turn my lagoon, which I don't know if anybody out there, if you're familiar with lagoons, but it's basically a pond of shit water that run off from your septic tank kind of thing. I think that's what it is. I don't know. But anyways, it stinks. It's horrible. It did freeze. I uncovered it. Seemed like it was a good deal. And then the next day it was all slushy and gross. So that's not going to happen. That's just gross. You fall in it, you get a face full of whatever that nasty water is. So not working. And the other project we did was a tree house. That was a huge success. Kids like that for the first day. Now they're inside the house doing essentially nothing. What else we got? I'm in a wood shop right now. That's usually what I'm doing in between this. I'll usually do a little bit out there in the wood shop, get cold, come back in, talk a little bit. So if it sounds like I'm rambling, I am. I do a lot of stuff as far as woodworking goes. You always got these. I tried thinking I was going to do Etsy, all this stuff, and it's like, it turns out that's hard too. You got to make things people want. Now, I'm not going to build a whole warehouse full of trinkets and crap that no one's going to buy. So it's kind of hard to really do a business like that. What I am doing that happens to be working pretty well is a home interior business. It was designing, putting together the house, inside of the house. If you want your kid's bedroom completely redone, theme, all that, that's what I want to be doing. Seems like people around here don't really want to do that kind of stuff. They don't have the money for it. I don't know. Maybe I should do more research. But I think at the right price, people will start doing it more. So, I don't know. I'm just doing installations right now, stuff like that. Something to kill my time. It does make pretty good money. It's paying the bills. Who knows? Maybe this will pay the bills someday. I don't see it happening, but it's more something just for me to vent. I used to vent online on Facebook. We had like a local rants and raves page, which I was pretty good at, and I was on there quite often stirring the pot. They ate it up, I guess, because most of the time I was just doing it for fun, and people would get really pissed off. So this is basically just me just doing that now with no response. Okay, so being this is kind of hard to do one person. I was thinking, maybe send some emails in. Give me something to talk about. My email is rob, R-O-B, talk@you@gmail.com. Right. Rob, R-O-B, talk@you@gmail.com. And then I'll just read your questions at least, give you my ideas, my opinions. If you want advice, ask for some advice. I'm pretty good at coming up with ideas or telling you exactly what you need to hear. Give it a shot, see what happens, and we'll see if that becomes a thing. We'll keep doing it. So I think I'm just going to end this episode at this because I'm just kind of running on trying to think of things to say. So next time around it will be better. I promise you that. Give me your input. Let me hear what you think, and we'll go from there. So I'll talk to you again soon. Thank you and bye.